Hiya homebrewers, I am JabeerIñi and this is the taste test of that beer that I named Rock IPA, which is the one that I submitted for BrewDog's Home Brew Competition. Here it is. It's been bottle conditioning for more than 3 weeks. It's actually almost a month now, so it's ready. With regards to ABV, considering that the original gravity was 1078 and the final gravity, here is a pick, is 1018, according to Brewers Friends ABV calculator, here you have it, this beer is 7.88% ABV. So, in simpler words, this is 7.9% ABV. So with that being said, let's get reviewing. Let's open it. Very nice sound. Noticeable amount of smoke coming out of the bottle, as you can see, probably. And I'm already seeing a very active carbonation. Let's give it a pour. Alright. I think this will be enough now. Alright. Well, very nice color. It's between light amber and probably a little bit orangey. Even if I used a finding agent, a quarter of a tablet of Protofluck, it's not crystal clear, but I'm happy with it. I don't really matter if a beer is not crystal clear. I can see through the glass. I can partially see my fingers there. All right. Nice head for my taste. Probably if I poured it more aggressively, it would have more head. Let's smell it. Really nice. I'm picking a lot of hops here, which is very good news and makes me happy because we didn't dry hop this beer. As you may remember, the aroma hop edition was an experiment in this case. It's a technique that was suggested by beer goggler, or Googler. And so we just added it at the very end when the wort was at 70 degrees for 30 minutes. I'm really quite impressed. It smells like a dry hopped beer. So I'll do this just for the convenience of not having to dry hop and then strain off the hops. And bottling was way easier. So let's go to the most important part of the review. Cheers! It's funny that I'm reviewing a beer for BrewDog and now a dog's barking. Is that a good sign? I think I'll need a second sip. This is a very powerful beer in every sense. Okay, wait. Yes, I'm really happy with this beer. It's very fruity, and one thing that always concerns me, and one thing that I don't like to find in this beer, in beers in general, and I didn't find in this beer, is that when beers are above 6%, above 7%, and this one is almost 8% ABV, you tend to notice the a separate flavor of alcohol. So you notice alcohol and you taste alcohol, and then like in a different page you get the beer and all that, and I don't like that. Fortunately, this is not the case. This is a very uniform beer. You can't tell it's 7.9 ABV just by the flavor it has. I'll see as the review goes on and I'm drinking more, I'll see if I can tell you and confirm that it's 7.9, but so far I can't. This seems like a 5% ABV beer to me. Now let's go into details. So let's talk about bitterness, which was actually the first experiment in this beer, because as you may remember, bittering hops were not added at the beginning of the boil, but before the boil. That is called the first wort bittering hop addition, or first wort addition, and it's pleasantly bitter. Now, two things that I really like about this beer. Number one, the hop presence. boom, it's there. It's a very floral and fruity beer. There's a citrus flavor there that I think that I associate with being refreshed. And the second thing I like about this beer is its body. It's a very complex beer. Definitely the specialty grains are there, not only because of the obvious color, but with regards to the malt. Hops are predominant here, so to analyze the malt you have to pay attention. It's not something that's gonna pop up or stand up above the hops, and that was my intention with an IPA. Well, the likes are focused on hops, but I don't like watery IPAs, and that's something you get sometimes. This is not the case, so good as well. Let's try it again. I was expecting, and this is why I'm struggling here, I was expecting this to be better than my double IPA, just because of the composition of the recipe. And in my humble opinion, I have to say that I think this is just as good as my double IPA, and my double IPA is really good. So yeah, this is a very good beer. As promised, and I'm a man of my word, I'll send a bottle of this beer to Beer Googler or Googler, please. How do you pronounce that? I think it's Googler. I'll send a bottle of this, so please, Beer Googler, if you can PM me your address, I'll send you a bottle of this. And I think it would be interesting to receive some feedback from an objective source. So it'd be nice to know what your opinion is about this beer, and actually see how close we are in the perception of this beer, which I'll say it's a lovely beer. Let's give this a big sip just to see what else I can tell you. I'm really liking this beer. It's got a natural sweetness to it at the end that I was really looking forward to. It's got, now I remember, it's curious how I didn't remember the list of the hops that were in there, and now just by tasting it I have like a flashback and see and remember what hops were used. I'm tasting now some Pacific Jade, and I remember we used them. It's a very nice hop when used along with some citrus or floral hops. So it's here, and the sweetness, I think this comes from Munich, and this very sweet thing brings me back to my Summer Red IPA, which is mainly based on Munich. So yes, complex beer from a malt perspective. Malt is not the protagonist. Hops are shining and refreshing. The body is solid. It's got what it takes. I'm swirling it for you to see that it creates foam. Now I won't matter. I won't be mad if I get a tiny head in my beers. So, and this is it. I guess I don't have anything else to tell you about this beer. Thank you very much for watching. I had a lot of fun drinking this beer. I hope you did, watching me speak a lot of nonsense. But this is the best I can do. I'm sorry. So, if you like what you see, like, and don't forget to subscribe. And as usual, thanks for watching. Cheers and very, very good, hopefully champion beers. Mm-hmm.